Sorry, I was
everybody. What were you doing?
I was busy talking to JJ in the VIP chat.
There you go.
The important things.
They're breaking that fourth wall. Now you know that Sideshow Go's comments are coming from Mike sometimes. Oh wait, it was me. Oh, you're blaming me. It was me. Mr. Freeze print went up. Yes, I am part of the problem. The Mr. Freeze print went up for pre-order, and I wanted to talk about the matting on it, which is really cool. They did this little like cutout thing. Here, I'll show it to you guys real quick before we get into anything.
Yeah, show us because I have not. Look,
that's really pretty.
Yeah, those kind of like those curved edges to the mat. I really like that.
Green there.
Wow, that's so pretty. I had not seen that.
Yeah, me neither. Actually, I saw it a little bit before it went live because I was checking off a task. I would have mentioned we probably didn't want to go with the black wall. You lose the frame bit.
Red or blue would have been great there.
Yeah. But I just love the matting on that. So cool. That looks great.
It looks like little bat ears in the corner.
It does.
And
yeah, that's beautiful.
Yep, that's the framed version. Obviously, we have the HD aluminum up there too. Limited to 50.
Aluminium, because it's fun to say it that way.
Aluminium. That does
aluminium.
Crikey, I'm gonna buy that aluminium print.
I like that now we can see more of the print too, so you can get the base of the snow globe a little more.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
That looks good. All right, so that was my fault. My apologies, everybody.
Oh no, thank you for showing that to us. I have not seen that. It's very fancy. So yeah, they did a great job with the matting. And Rob, I love that you pointed that out. Rob is like you have such a keen eye for matting and colors, and we've talked about that before. So it does not surprise me that you got distracted on that.
Yeah. You really start to notice those after your like fourth $300 framing bill comes through. You're like, I should really be paying attention to what these colors are and paying this money for. That's why I highly recommend just buying the framed ones from us before they sell out. Man, framing
absolutely
not cheap.
Yeah,
and it takes a while.
Well, we've also discussed like picking the colors for the matting. Like that in itself is such an art, because I mean, I would be so overwhelmed. I'd be like, I don't know, man. I can't I can't choose.
I keep dealing with the same gentleman every time I come in now, and I feel like we're starting to vibe. Like we'll lay something out and be like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about this," and he'll just start grabbing frames and mats, and I'll grab.
That's
some frames
really
and
cool.
Mats.
Oh, I haven't framed in so long. I spent a small fortune on a few pieces and was like, "We gotta take a break."
I have a frame.
Rob has a frame guy. Yep.
And then I have people that I know not to go to. My buddy, when he got his doctorate framed, he was like, "Oh yeah, just no spare no expense, whatever you want to do." He said he got it back and it was like $900 because the guy did like 3 mats and like fancy glass. And he's like,
was it gold leaf? Why was it $900?
I will never say that again.
So many framing places are just a racket because I'm like, it costs that much for a piece of mat.
Yeah, some colored cardboard.
Yeah,
I know what that is. I've touched it.
I did one small. It's very, very tiny. It's one of the Eyes Without a Face prints.
Yeah.
And I did a mail order frame. I think it was like Frame It Easy because it was small. And it's nothing fancy, but it's a double mat in a frame, and it was nicely affordable. Right above my monitors.
Nice. That's
like,
awesome.
Eric, don't tell the framer to go off. Yeah. Do not tell them, just whatever you feel like. They'll go hard.
Like that diamond mat in that back there is a wee bit thick. I would not have done that. But that's how it came back, and I was like, well, I'm not paying for you to redo it.
Not gonna redo it. Yeah.
Tear it all apart and do it again.
Yeah, no.
No, we wouldn't do that to people. But we're here to talk about Rogue One. Before we get to that, we have some housekeeping, some updates to go through for everybody. First off, we have Collected May coming Wednesday and Thursday, the 28th and the 29th. Here are the 6 prompts that will go up. I believe does that go up today with the official post? When the official post
It
goes up.
we're hoping. It
yeah.
depends on. We're waiting for the
That's the plan.
officialness of it.
We're
But
waiting for
yes.
some officialness, but there will be a post that either goes up today or early next week. It'll go through all the details for your submissions. But you have these prompts. You can get started, knock them out. And then when we have all the submission details up, you can just fire them right in there.
Yeah, it'll either go up this afternoon or early tomorrow morning. So because we should be getting the officialness at some point today.
I think this is our unofficial. This is our bootleg knockoff.
This is the this is the in crowd getting the
this is the
early access. This is early access with your VIP subscription.
Yep,
The hot
exactly.
goss, as it were. The other thing, we have an official one for this now. If you check out the daily deals page through this weekend, you'll find it's changed a little bit because instead of daily deals, we have 30% off the entire weekend. This goes until Monday. Does it go till midnight Monday, or does it carry right into the next? Probably carries right.
I think it stops at 11:59 on Monday.
11:59 p.m. Pacific on Monday. Until then, you have 30% off select items with code MAYSALE. You can click on that tag right at the top banner and see all of the eligible products. There is a ton of stuff. And right at the top is a bunch of Star Wars. Right at the top.
And it came at a really bad or maybe perfect time for me and Rob because we've really been on a spending kick recently.
I said I'm spending a lot of money. This weekend's my last splurge weekend, so I'm doing that 30% off list a lot.
JJ got that Infinity Ultron you got, Rob.
Oh, nice. That thing's epic.
He's heavy.
Starting my diet next week, Rob. Is that the mindset?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Gonna have a big meal this weekend and start the diet on Monday. Gonna exercise, going for a jog.
Yep.
Oh man, look at La Muerta. Ooh, nice.
Whoa. Ooh, La Muerta. That thing is gorgeous too.
That's awesome.
She is beautiful.
Yep. Well, I'm glad that you got that Ultron, JG. You'll have to let me know what you think about it when you get it, because I enjoy it. He's a heavy boy. He's chunky. He's got some weight to him. Plus that spear, his lance is giant. Really cool piece though. Lots of fun stuff to be found there.
Yeah.
Get all your spending in, and then join us for some summer blockbuster. June 25th through the 27th. You can register now at side.show/blockbuster, I believe, or something close to that. I didn't write it down. But you can register now for your $5 in Sideshow rewards and get all of the upcoming information regarding the summer blockbuster event. Also, registration is open for Sideshow Con, which will be July 14th through the 18th. Don't let the calendar lie to you. If you go to your profile and check the calendar, it says it's going through the 20th. Boy, is that not right.
Oh boy, yeah. Did I have questions? I was like, you guys?
Yeah.
So it's going through the weekend.
We are strictly forbidden from working weekends. So there is no way that's going through the 20th. We will be 14th.
Never say never, Rob. You know these things change.
I know.
I mean, how many days was Sideshow Con supposed to be? Was Collected Day May supposed to be originally?
Oh yeah, who knows? A lot more than this. It's going to be 4 days. It's going to be 4 days. So we'll see. We'll see how Sideshow Con goes. Right now, it is scheduled for the 14th through the 18th. I think that's trustworthy information for now. Very fluid. It's a very fluid stitch. But you can register. I don't know. We have a short link. Side.show/con, perhaps. I'm just going to throw that out there, not knowing if it works. Does it work?
It's all on
that works. That works. Side.show/con.
Yeah, it sure does.
It's like holding my breath.
People don't know how to get their $5, please.
I know.
They already have it. They've probably already spent it. So
that's probably accurate.
I know I have.
Yeah. Oh, I got it at Con 5, and then that's it. All my rewards are going to get dumped this weekend into something. So we will see.
I made that mistake already.
Is that strictly an online event, Sideshow Con? Yes. We've been doing Sideshow Con virtually for 3 years now. I want to say 2 or 3 years now.
I have no concept of time.
One of those numbers is right. Probably 2 years.
No, it's more than that.
Because we were strictly virtual. I want to say 3. If only I had a con badge over there from the last time we were at San Diego. I do. Where is it? There's all this just to find out what year it was. 2022 was the last time we had a physical booth
2022.
in
Wow.
SDCC. So yeah, three years.
Oh.
How about that?
God, it feels like more. Feels like a lifetime.
Again, no concept of time.
And yeah, I think
no,
started during
not at
COVID.
all.
That's why I could tell you every year anything ever took place before that time period. Now I'm like,
oh, really? I've never been good with dates or times or anything. My best friend is like a human calendar, like, and just dates, times, years, everything comes out, and I'm like, that is damn impressive, because I nope.
Yeah, I'm not good with dates either. I am good at texts, and you can get texts from us when you sign up at side.show/SMS. Look at our new graphic. It doesn't have the bullet points though. Notifications, exclusive discounts, and subscriber-only giveaway.
You got it. You don't need those.
If only Rob had a memorist.
Those three things would somehow stick to a spot in my brains. Today, you should be getting a SMS alert for the giveaway of
Shiny Boy!
Fractal Iron Mans. One of the shiniest Iron Mans out there. He's looking slick. He's looking fractal. Sign up when you get the text this afternoon sometime.
Let me tell you, Forgetful Hubby must have gotten an email or something because the SMS notification hasn't gone out yet. He's like, what's this? I'm like,
oh God.
The thing that I already ordered, like
don't worry.
Ago, like, what do you mean,
I thought he said he didn't want that one.
He didn't.
Oh.
When he first saw it, he was like, eh. And then he saw it again and was like, oh. And I was like, listen, he's on vacation all next week. I'm like, you have about 4 to unbox and figure out a place to put
away
your giant display. So there's one of your jobs for vacation week.
There you go. If you don't have any jobs for vacation week and you'd rather play some games, can I suggest some Phony Phantoms? Side.show/games. You can earn rewards weekly by completing the challenges. Is it a new challenge yet? Oh, is it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Minimum
that's a
score.
Nice even number.
That is. I like that.
And defeat at least 1 screaming bat, 1 pumpkin, and 1 horny eye. You do not have to defeat the extra life-giving cloud.
Extra life-giving cloud. I love that.
Someone we know did this on their first try. Good on them.
I think Aaron did. I think Aaron was bragging about that last night.
Oh,
look at that. Look at that. A little humble brag there. But go ahead and see how many tries it takes you on Phony Phantoms side.show/games.
It was
That's
Aaron.
all the housekeeping.
Very nice.
Which brings us to the thing. Rogue One. Mike, you're the only one that finished Andor season 2, right? I think. I know I didn't.
Look,
I
did
not.
failed.
Yeah, I did not.
I did not even start it yet. I will be perfectly honest.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of those wait for the whole thing and then wait for time. So it's going to be miserable and cold all of next week. So it's going to be TV watching time.
Yep.
Spoiler, it leads into Rogue One. Yep.
Thank you, Eric.
I watched the first season.
Actually, I'm excited. Because I'm in the same situation as Missy. I have not started it yet because I was doing the same thing. I kind of just wanted to like binge it, but I'm kind of glad like that we rewatched this first because it had been a minute since I had watched this, and I always forget how much I love this movie and just really enjoy it. So I'm actually excited that we're watching this, and then I'll kind of backtrack.
Yeah, I only have a couple. I think I have like 4 or 5 episodes that I need to finish out second season.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer because there were so many points where I was left wondering now, like how much carry through there actually was from the second season, like the finale of the second season into this movie. Because there's so many like little hints that Cassian has other things going on or kind of like is dealing with some stuff. So I'm really kind of I'm disappointed in myself for not experiencing it that way.
John said you'll see this film differently after completing Endor.
I've heard some people say that, and
I'll be honest. I think Endor kind of diminished Rogue One.
Really?
Andor is so grounded and gets away from so many of those tropes from Star Wars that
that's interesting.
It's kind of like, oh, this is a little cheesier than I remember. It doesn't seem as like real and grounded as.
I just said that before we started.
Yeah,
it doesn't have as much of a grounded feel now.
Wow, because that's some of my early notes on this are just that this feels the most grounded of any Star Wars movie.
Right, and I agree.
I mean,
with
it did
that.
up until Andor.
Interesting.
Finish Andor season 2. Hope Andor doesn't die.
I mean, no spoilers for Andor, but no Cantina aliens show up for no reason.
Oh, you mean Dr. Cornelius and what's his name that just kind of get bumped into?
Yeah.
I hope they got off that planet real quick too.
They had to have, right?
Evidently.
Right.
They must have been heading right to a spaceship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, you've actually now. I mean, I was excited to watch Andor, of course, but now I'm very curious because I agree with you, Rob. I always felt like
maybe other people feel the same, feel different.
No, people are agreeing with you. But I initially I agree with Rob that this one feels more grounded. So now I'm like, okay, well, let's see.
Look at it this way: Rogue One had to walk so Andor could run.
There we go. Well,
I like that,
and that's very, very true. And I didn't realize this was 2018. Like, I was like, wow, that was a minute ago.
You said that, and immediately I'm like, oh, it's not that long ago. I'm like, oh wait, that's like 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it until I brought it up in Disney Plus and hit. I was like, oh, look at that year right there, looking at me.
Yeah, and I saw this in theaters, so in my mind, it hadn't been that long. And then I was like, oh wow, it has been a long time since
I remember going.
I thought it was older. I thought it was like 2015.
There were like rope lines were still up for the different showings because people were still like going to the movies in droves at that point.
Oh yeah, when I saw this, it was
still a thing people did.
Yeah,
I don't remember. If I assume I saw this in theaters. I don't remember if I had to have seen this in theaters. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
was experience.
I did.
I would have been seeing this in theater at the time. But yeah, like I said, right when I started this, I'm always immediately reminded of just like you were saying, Jesse, how much I enjoy this movie. Yeah. Always right when I started, I'm like, wow, I forget, like this whole thing just gets right to it. And like I said, very grounded, very grimy. Everything seems to have a layer of dirt or mud on it.
Which I love.
It just feels a lot different than the other Star Wars right out of the gate.
It does.
I also, it doesn't focus on Jedis really. It doesn't focus on Jedis at all. I get a Force sensitive, and that's about it. So yeah, just a whole different kind of Star Wars movie-going experience, and I appreciate that a lot because I think that's what it needs. It's a galaxy at war, and we focus on like 7 people.
Yeah,
like, there is so much going on. Like, go ahead and tell some of these other stories, and I think this is a proof out that you could do that. Oh, I don't look like you're laughing there, Mike.
I almost made a reference to like the very last scene of Andor. I'm not going. I can't now. So thanks, bro.
Oh, you're gonna be crushing what I just said there.
No.
Aaron says actually feels like a war film. Yeah.
On this rewatch, well, the movie it moves at a pretty quick clip for a good chunk. Especially early on because you're jumping from planet to planet, kind of setting up all the pieces. I noticed it more on this watch through. I was like, wow, yeah, they do just kind of like throw you here, now you're here, now you're back with Jin, now you're over here again, until they start kind of meeting up and getting together. When you get the first one with Jin being rescued from the labor camp by K2SO.
Oh man, I love
rescue
that
you,
scene.
Or you're being rescued.
You're being rescued, and K2SO, man,
choke slam.
Love so much.
Right out of the gate.
Oh, the droids always capture my heart every time. I'm like, oh, I love you.
Yeah, and we even get that introduction during all that cutting back and forth because that's when we also get the cut to Cassian doing some real Cassian stuff.
Yeah.
He does not flinch from. He does not shy away from violence. Right out of the gate.
No.
You know, necessary things.
Murders.
My note was,
yeah.
Cassian takes Han shot first to a whole new level.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? That bit where he shoots the two stormtroopers brings up something that has bothered me always. Why do they have such crappy armor that one blast and they're done?
One blast. This movie sets up the whole armor is vulnerable to sticks.
Right.
Yeah, I have that note too, way down there when you get the turret fight. I'm like, so the armor's just for show, huh?
Yeah.
100%.
It's just
destroyed by a stick.
In my head, it's just made of like the thinnest version of PVC pipe. Like
I have it in my head. I have it as like EV foam. It's like just cosplay. It's cosplay with a nice shiny finish on it. That's basically
it's
all
government issue. Of course, it's just garbage.
It's ceremonial armor.
Styrofoam armor. Yeah, they shoot it. It just melts completely.
Right. Or you just always happen to get into those very obvious black fabric pieces that are in between.
And honestly, I did have a note early on too in the opening scene when Lyra gets the shot on Krennic. I questioned because she hits him and he's like, and he's right back up, and I'm like, are blasters weaker than guns? Because if I get shot in the shoulder, I'm down.
No. I talked about that. Like I paused the movie and I was like, so everybody gets instantly like cauterized. Like you don't really bleed in Star Wars unless you're hit in the face and your nose or your mouth is bleeding. So I'm like, basically you're good to go unless you were hitting a vital organ. Like you're just gonna get up and walk it off because
basically you're good to go unless your name's Qui-Gon and then you die instantly.
The old belly poke. Some people are saying that there is apparently in canon there's something where the stormtrooper armor is a downgrade from clone armor. And John in chat saying Rebels makes fun of that fact. Rex talks about how bad the new armor is compared to the clone armor.
That's interesting.
It makes sense. You're got a whole galaxy to armor up here.
Yeah, that armor is
got to cut costs somehow. I mean, that's why they cut out clones in the first place. They're too expensive. So.
And yeah, like Steve said, Return of the Jedi shows that the armor is vulnerable to sticks and stones.
Yeah. Believe me, this movie reinforces that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. We had to close up that whole reactor hole plot hole, and we had to close up the whole Ewok stick plot hole. With yes, they are susceptible to sticks.
I was also struck by Jyn having a stormtrooper doll as a toy. I'm like,
that
feels dark.
But my favorite toys are villains too. So I had the same problem, and I thought literally all my toys are villains. So
maybe she's get to the dirt all the time or something.
But it's like villains, and it's real world villains for them.
Yeah,
like it's not like
I know.
Maybe those are government toys.
It's like that feels
like a propaganda type thing. Like love us.
I guess you could see that. Yeah.
We're lovable.
Yeah, otherwise, I'm like, why would you buy like a soldier toy for your daughter? Or make one. You hate those guys. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, yeah, it's like I'm one of those as a figure. I don't know about that.
Kids have emperor dolls.
Just like army men for us. I mean,
I would totally buy a Tickle Me Palpatine.
Hey, it looks cool. Like when he like picked it up, I was like, that's a sweet looking toy. Like an odd choice, yes, right. But it looks cool.
Odd call. I do also like to get sent into a private sewer that they have in a cave to hide Jyn when Krennic comes and murders her parents. Well,
that's
murders
what
her
do they not have like scanners in Star Wars? How do they never find people?
It seems so confusing to me because
that was right there in a rock. I mean, she's like 2 feet away from them.
Like everyone,
they didn't look very hard. They kind of just glanced in there.
No, they did not.
Oh well.
We tried.
Missy, next time I say I need to live in a cave, that's what I mean. Like a hidden rock I can go into and hide in a hole forever and no one can find me.
And
like the
except
perfect
Forrest
cave.
Whitaker, he could find you.
He'll come.
That's fine.
Come.
That's
We'll
fine, I
open the
guess.
little-
With
open
his
We'll
the-
hang out.
interesting voice choices.
That it was a choice.
It
That
was a
a choice.
I would take my chances with The Rock. I'm not going with Forrest Whitaker.
No, he really. I'm sure he turned her into a real problem, right? Because that's her formative years are all just learning
She-
from this.
Rob, my notes for Jin is unlikable. What a bitch. Apparently, he does do a very bad job as a
It's a
stepdad.
terrible job.
Right?
raising her.
Like
Uh,
Hey, aren't we friends? And she's like, excuse
Are
me.
we?
No.
yeah, I mean, they really play up the fact that like Saw Gerrera is very paranoid and hyper compartmentalized in his.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I assume probably because he's suffered some terrible losses, judging by his robot legs that they show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which
My note for that was Saw has space diabetes.
That's what I was thinking too.
it's diabetes.
I think mine for that is the prosthetic industry is
Really
booming in
things
this
were going
country.
through my head.
Oh yeah.
He is not doing well. He's got a CPAP that he uses while he's awake.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
did you get to that point in Andor?
No,
Not that-
no.
Oh, okay.
Do we get the CPAP explanation in Andor?
Kind
you
of,
can
'cause
take,
that's-
you can take your own interpretation from it.
Okay.
How about his
Okay.
feet? Does he lose his
It's
feet?
it's
He does
implied
space fuel
that
whippets.
he's addicted to
just
it.
saw that.
Yeah, more or less.
Is that what
But
it's-
basically, then they set up that he's addicted
Yeah.
to
All right.
Okay.
it. You're not
That's
far
the
off
stuff.
at all, Rob.
Salt. He's got a whole thing
funny.
going on. It's more and more upsetting each time I get to the part where he feeds Bodhi to his hentai monster.
Oh
like, read his
gosh,
mind.
yeah.
Oh, what's
I
that
hate-
thing? Bo
I hate
Gullet
that
or whatever?
Porcollet. I can never hear
Yeah.
like exactly what porcollet, pork
Something,
clit,
yeah.
pork cutlet.
But
Pork
Mm.
cutlet.
like, dude loses his mind, but then he's fine. So is it temporary?
Borg.
Is it like a drug
Gullet.
type thing? Like after a while, you're okay.
I don't think he's okay. I don't think he's okay for the rest of the movie.
But
I
he
think
went
he's
I'm the pilot, and that's all he could say. To I can do all of these things, and there's the master switch, and gobbledygook, everything's cool.
yeah, I do not think he's okay.
He's not 100%, but he goes
Yeah, I
from
think-
completely messed
Yeah,
up
yeah,
Yeah.
He is
to very
shaken.
coherent.
He is shaken,
Yes.
for sure. I was also curious how does Pork Cutlet tell them if he's lying or not? Like what's
my
the
my
communication on
my
that
question
side?
with him is he force sensitive? Did they get him from the temple? Is
Mm.
he a Jedi? We saw some
Oh.
crazy Jedis. For all you know, he's
Yeah.
just some
True.
Jedi hiding out in that cave.
Mhm.
And
That's true.
Yeah, because Jedha is essentially like the ancestral kind of like Jedi temple type planet, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. And that's where we see that really cool long shot of that giant statue half.
Alan
Yeah.
wants the movie all about what up with the statue.
Yeah. Oh,
It would probably be like just old Republic
Yeah.
Jedha.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm here for on that as well. Because that's one of the things that I appreciate as Star Wars is carried on when they'll just give, or any story. I like when they give hints at something much larger going on or something that had occurred in the past. I always want those things kind of fleshed out.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And yeah, seeing that giant Jedi statue, it's like, oh man, I bet this place was pretty badass when it was in its prime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We're crossing genres here. But is it Borgullet?
Borgullet.
for all you know, he
he
could have been a distinguished council member. For all you know of the
Yeah.
Jedi Order.
Yeah. We've seen all kinds of races in Star Wars. That could be anything.
Yeah, that's very true.
I did also think about that when they showed Jin in her in the labor camp when she first wakes up and she's got that roommate and it's like, oh, that roommate's kind of scary looking. I was like, actually, that could just be a female of that species too. That's kind of like
Oh yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
I don't know what they look
Totally
like.
chill.
Mhm.
They're in a room together. That's probably another.
Well, she didn't seem bothered. Jen was like,
No.
whatever. Like,
No.
This is normal.
Mhm.
No, apparently mind reading is an innate ability to Borgullet.
No,
God,
pork
that is a
cutlet.
rough-
It will never not be pork cutlet.
I feel like we should have read his Wikipedia page before this, so we would have known his backstory.
Well, it's making me
Wikipedia.
more and more intrigued in just finishing everything and jumping into the lore. Like Star Wars, I've always loved Star Wars, but there's so much of it, I oftentimes fall off of it, and then I jump in and it's just all Star Wars for a bit. So it's making me want to jump in and.
I just love that we've spent 15 minutes on Pork Gutlet already.
Very intriguing character.
It was a lot of questions.
Throwaway space squid is now the focal point of our show.
He was an interesting looking creature too. Like there weren't a whole ton of new creatures or anything to look at. He was kind of it.
I don't know what this thing is. They wheel on in some sort of torture monster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, his gross little tentacles,
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Jesse.
He's like,
what?
How rude. That is a distinguished compliment in my head.
His majestic and beautiful tentacles that I wish could caress me in some way.
Mayor Satch. He's there doing ribbon cuttings on Jeddah.
Oh.
Falls on hard times. Now he's working for Saw Gerrera in a cave.
Yep.
Watching a bunch of weirdos.
His elegant tentacles. Thank you, Crystal. That's a beautiful way of saying it. Mandy, Joe, I'm fine.
We're all fine.
Fine.
Yeah, we haven't even discussed any of the plot of the movie.
No, we haven't.
What else do we need to know besides pork cutlet?
Pork cutlet.
I mean, there were some daddy issues and some other things happened in the movie.
No.
Well, I think Mike hit on something a little bit earlier. I think it was before we even went live, and Miss, you were agreeing at the time, that they kind of, the bond is, they don't really flesh out why they all get so attached so quickly.
No, they do not.
No.
Which is again, I love this movie, but it is a bit of a weird thing that
because plot.
Yeah, Jin's very much no, and then she's like, yes.
Yeah.
And Cassian's a dick too in this entire movie.
He really is.
Yeah.
Really, there's very few likable characters in the movie. I think Chirrut's one of them, obviously. Baze and
I mean K2, even though he's a smart ass.
K2's the star of the movie. Yeah. And I just only learned because you look up things for work and then you fall down a rabbit hole, and I figured it was all someone else doing the motion capture or whatever, but no, it was Alan Tudyk on stilts, walking around on stilts.
He was on I did not know that, actually. That's amazing.
Trying to decide which accent to go with and settling on, just everyone else's, British. Yes, this is true.
Yeah. Cassian also, or Jin forgives Cassian pretty quick too, when she's like, hey, you were going to try and assassinate my dad.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, there's problems.
I would hold on to that for a little bit longer, Jin.
He would have been dead if I wanted to kill him. That was the attitude.
I would have pushed him over a freaking cliff.
Not going to tell you how to feel, but boy, you should have kept him at arm's length a little bit longer than that.
JJ, I actually had the same thought when because R2 is a little smartass.
I just think R2 would swear all the time, though.
Oh, would. That's why I love him so much. I total sarcastic, inappropriate. Absolutely. And I was thinking that too. As I'm watching it, I'm like, I love the droids because they're just such little smartasses and they're so sarcastic about everything. And yeah, JJ, same vibe. Absolutely. Oh, he's just being censored. I've thought about that, JJ. Beep, beep, beep.
Yep. Because
Jesse, if you like R2, you're gonna love Chopper. You need to.
I know. I know.
Because Chopper has all of R2-D2 sass with murdering. So
yeah, I love it. It's perfect.
And I was just that's what I'm saying. Some of the characters, I enjoy all the characters, but the dynamics can be a bit hard to really ground in some aspects. The rest of the movie, I feel, is very grounded and gritty.
It had that kind of 80s Quest feel where they just kind of like pick up people along the way.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, sure, I'll come along. Why not?
Yeah, it's every Dungeons and Dragons party.
They at least kind of like each other from the get-go, and this was like, okay.
Yeah, Church doesn't know them very long before they land, and he's like, how does he look? Because he's going to go kill somebody.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
You've known that guy for like a day, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's going to go murder someone. Am I okay on this ship? R2's never had his memory wiped. Yeah, that's true. But aside from all the character stuff, the action sequences in this are some of my favorite overall action sequences.
Yeah.
I think the ambush that we see on Jeddah is
so good,
visceral, and really does give you that street guerrilla warfare type fighting vibe, that urban warfare, and it's done so well. And there's little games that you see going on where Jin's too close to the tank, so Cassian's got to shoot one of the rebels who's about to throw a grenade at the tank, which leads to them being captured later by the angry Sal Guerrero rebels. Want to know why he did that.
To be fair, he has good reason to be angry. He did kill a bunch of his people.
Yeah, not just one, not just the guy with the grenade.
He falls into a bunch of them and kills them all.
Pulls up a whole little group of their rebels to save Jin. So he's a little cross about that, understandably. Well, that's surprising that the rebels didn't just execute them there, but I guess that's when she's like, I'm Galen Orso's daughter, which I guess Saul Guerrero has taken time to tell all of his people. If you hear Galen Orso,
stop what you're doing.
Just bring them to me. But the other part, what?
I like Brendan's comment. Bender from Futurama would totally fit in to the Star Wars universe. Yeah, same energy for 100% for a droid.
Yeah, but so I was, when I first started this movie up again this time, I was like, I wonder how long this is. I feel like it's 2 hours or so. So I started pause 2 hours and 16, I think, with the credits and everything. When you get, and like I said, the movie moves at a pretty quick clip for most of it. And then I was like, okay, they're going to Scarif now. Stop the movie there. That fight scene, the entire scene on Scarif is like 45 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's like a chunk. It's
the last third of the movie is just that operation. And I love it for that, because that is my favorite Star Wars battle that's been featured. Like,
it doesn't feel that long when you're like, you saying that it's that long, it does not feel that long in a great way. It doesn't feel like I'm watching that for 40 plus minutes at all. Like it's all done so well, and
it's a big battle sequence too. It starts off kind of small, it even says like, oh, 10 feel like 100, because they're going to try and just do guerrilla warfare, hit and run, hit and run, and that starts working out really well. And then you get that the rebel fleet showing up, and then everything blows up above the planet too. So
well, the crazy thing is there was so much Scarif stuff that never made it to the movie too, because if you remember all the promo stuff, there were tons of promo scenes on Scarif that were cut later.
Just done a whole 2-hour movie there.
Yeah. If you ever watch any of the old trailers and teasers, there's whole scenes that are shown that are gone.
Yeah, the vet taking down 2 Star Destroyers, and that's
dude, that was
about
so
that whole
sick.
part, because we're bouncing between a few different. We're bouncing between Cassian, Jin, and K2 going for the plans. We have the pilot trying to maintain his cover and keep out of trouble. We have the ground forces being led by Chirrut and Baze, and then we have all the space stuff going on above the planet as well. And we just keep cycling through all those locations in the same battle.
And it's done so well. It's also fluid. It doesn't feel like it. They did such a great job at cutting each of those scenes, and we get so much detail. And I love the scene so much with when they're going after the plans, like that. All of that for me is done amazing. And K2 meeting his demise while saving the day, it's done so well. Like I love that. And Jen leaving Cassian there to like, she's like,
I gotta go do this thing.
It'll be fine.
Bye.
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 But like you have no worries. You're like, he's gonna come back. Like,
Right.
he fell a little bit. It's fine. We have
Show
lots
me
of
the
vertical
body.
windy structures in the Star Wars universe, and they usually end up.
Well, the way he's laying there, like when I'm like, oh gosh, he
didn't fall that far. He's
it
just
wasn't very far.
like
being dramatic.
Yeah,
He looked rough.
He got the wind knocked out of him. He's just down there like, ooh, ooh. Get it back.
She was staying on her mission. I just love her facial expression because it's very much like, I'm gonna keep going.
Here's
Like,
the thing that gets me in that scene, though. It's one of those. So after you get the thing, you pull the thing out that you can conveniently attach to your belt and keep doing what you're doing.
100%.
Clip to your fanny pack, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's, look how easy it is. You go, bink, bink. You don't need to know what you're doing. You've never seen the thing before, but you know exactly how to work it and what to do. And
well, Cassian spends like 1 second going, how do I work this? And all of a sudden he's like working an expert claw machine.
Right,
Like,
I got it.
grabbing prizes left and
Intricate
right.
claw machine, like, which is
With their-
what it always reminds me of.
Dial-up internet speed to send that file.
Right.
Like, you guys got AOL? What are you doing there?
And always that scene always reminds me of hackers when they're doing the TV station. They're fighting over the tape. That's what that reminds me of.
I mean, you have to remember they're still stuck with 70s looking space technology because we're then. But it's just like it takes me longer, and when I'm playing Fallout, to figure, well, how do I get this satellite to do what I need it to do? And she's just like, whoop.
I like that it's all old 70s looking because that's very like space government too. Like, oh yeah, all this is old crap. Make do. Our infrastructure sucks.
Non-labeled
Of
red.
course, you're using this old analog technology.
We're not going to upgrade. We need fast Wi-Fi down here. Are you crazy?
The funds for that. Nuts. It works fine.
I got to go build 2 Death Stars. I can't afford new computers.
Yeah,
or armor. It's ridiculous.
I don't know why, but when I was watching them finish the Death Star, I'm like, Death Star is such a great centerpiece for Star Wars. Why did they have to do it twice? Like, they just left it blown up. Like, the second one just feels a bit like, we already did this.
Yeah.
But it was such a cool idea. I'm sure, why not? I guess we'll go with a half-built one later.
It was fully operational, Rob. Fully operational.
I like Steve's question. Why the hell are the controls to the dish way out on the catwalk?
On the catwalk,
Yeah, there was no reason for them to be next to the thing at all.
No.
That's one of the famous scenes that was cut too. Jyn on the catwalk with a TIE fighter coming up and confronting her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I do remember that thing. Yeah, there was a lot of them.
There were a ton.
Jimmy, stop trying to make sense.
There's no ocean.
You're never going to see the position of the dish.
I feel like it only has 2 positions: this way and this way.
This way.
Right. Yeah.
Up or not?
Why would it need to be any other direction but up and through the shield?
Yeah, there's only one hole.
There's only one space hole above you. Why would it be going anywhere else?
Like, and then it all turned one color, and we were good to go.
I did right. Oh, it's the dome from Spaceballs.
If they can do those shield rings, why didn't they do a shield ring around the Death Star?
That's a valid point too. That thing's just have a shield up and then just a hole.
You're ready to shoot. Just open your little hole, shoot your shot, and close it back up.
Yeah.
The planet is rotating. Might be that entry is not geosynchronous.
Whoever's saying that, shut up, nerd.
Who do you think said that? Who do you think said that, Mike?
I don't have
It was JJ.
Oh, well, he didn't say it in the VIP chat.
I would think for physics, you need that dome rotating as well, because if that dome isn't rotating, then it's going to get kind of pulled down. Like, you want that force to keep it kind of centered. So I would assume that it's staying geosynchronous, just to keep it in the air. That's my guess.
Sure.
Another problem that came up, because Alan likes to think in terms of physics, is when the Star Destroyer is just kind of floating within the atmosphere, not up in space. He's like,
I love that scene though.
I do too.
What's the propulsion? What's it? How's it just hovering there?
That is such a great image in that movie.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, I even wrote that. I was like, man, I remember the first time seeing this, being like, oh damn, a Star Destroyer within the planet. That looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, none of Star Wars' space stuff works if you think of it. practically.
No, I can yell for a solid 2 hours about Last Jedi's physics. I have.
Oh, you wouldn't. It would be silent. There wouldn't be.
Yeah.
None of it works. So.
Yeah.
And also, I got a couple moments of, it was 2018. It still just looks like models. I'm like,
but I kind of
going in with the aesthetic of the
Agreed.
original
I like that
trilogy.
too, Jesse. Because you didn't get into that prequel of, it's so much earlier and everything looks so new and shiny compared to.
It feels like when they're showing the spaceship, like it feels like you're watching original in some of the shots. And
but there were no I didn't have enough star swipes and things.
Otherwise, I believe this was the first Star Wars project that didn't have any. That they didn't use that at all.
That whole gimmick was gone.
They didn't use that, and they didn't use the Wilhelm scream.
Oh yeah, it's true.
In an effort to ground it, they didn't use either one of those.
And they had plenty of opportunities to in that entire battle of Scarifs.
But yeah, Cassian could have gone
long
as he fell 2 feet to a catwalk.
And it was so he was never in any. I was positioned there so that he would be fine. He didn't have to worry about him, and he went on with the.
I just pictured him getting shot. Like that's what I would have done. I would have shot his ass. Like
I was busy.
Easy target. Like so that was kind of my concern over him hurting himself.
He was still sad about stuff. He wasn't thinking clearly.
Hot take: Basis sweatshirt gets killed. JJ, don't say that around one man. He's probably very upset by that.
JJ's not wrong.
I think. Well, I mean, hot take.
I forgot what a throwaway character Baze was. No wonder they never made him.
Like even if Baze saves him, then they're all gone anyway.
Yeah,
they're all gone anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, Rob, my theory is K2 uploaded himself into that data disk, and he's on a data disk somewhere.
He corrupts R2 somewhere. a little bit of K2 and R2.
I like that.
Yeah, that's totally.
They can all die. The only one I want to save is K2.
Same.
We didn't talk about it, but I was also the other part that I really just loved from a visual perspective when Jeddah City gets blown to hell. That is such of like the ground ripping up as it starts heading to them. But at the same time, I was like, if you see that, you're done already.
So you're just pulling a saw and standing there going, oh, okay.
Well, guess this is how it goes.
He's like
saw the guy who'll never give up, the most gung ho,
He's like,
extreme rebel.
He's like,
I'm just gonna stay here. You guys
not running.
He's like, my part here is done.
Saw's now seen. Well done. But yeah, all that being said, as much as like we can try and nitpick this again, I love this movie, and I think it is a testament to how good that final 40 minutes is. That when a story is doing that, when it's jumping around to multiple locations and telling bits and pieces at the same time, for me at least, there's always at least one where I'm like, just skip this and get back to the other ones. I'm interested in what's going on over there. I don't care about this character. But that whole 40 minutes, wherever they're going, I'm like, what's going on there? What are we doing here? What we got going on?
Well, absolutely. And at the end of, I think the sign of good storytelling and a great film is at the end of the movie, I just want to keep watching the story, even though I've seen the stories 100 times. I want to I want to watch the next one, and I want to keep going. And it like lights a fire of more Star Wars, which is. We've had a lot of Star Wars recently. So the fact that I watched Rogue One, I'm like, man, I need to jump into some more Star Wars. That's great storytelling and writing and a great movie. Because I should be sick of Star Wars and I just want more.
This has one of the best endings, I think, in Star Wars as well. Like,
it does.
Because like I said, when I was doing the May 4th rewatches for myself, I included this. I threw Rogue One in between the prequels and the standard or the original trilogy. Yeah. And that lead in you get from watching Rogue One right into A New Hope is just so damn good. So damn good.
Exactly.
There are a lot of hallway scenes in television and in movies and everything. And that one is just like, if you don't get a little tiny chill from it, go recalibrate your nervous system.
He is
it's just
but
But then you watch A New Hope, and he's just standing there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the downside, Mike, because I did go from absolutely wreck shop in that hallway like a slasher
Yeah.
coming for them, and then his next lightsaber battle that you catch if you do it that way is like him versus Obi-Wan, and just the lowest.
So he got tired.
He wore himself out. Poor Tyke. Poor little guy.
Poor little Annie.
He needed to hop into his back to bath.
Yeah, he did need another one. That's
Eric,
so refreshing.
Vader just
got out of one. The only thing too that gets me with the ending, I mean, it's so dramatic and everybody dies. I'm like, did we really have to go the deep impact route with standing on the beach and the wave comes and we're hugging? And I'm like, Taya Leone's not here. Let's do something else.
Really very few options. I guess it could just jumped off the top of there at that point. And you're like, all right, well, let's just jump.
Something. Instead, it's we hated each other and then we kind of liked each other and then they did a are they going to kiss moment because that was super out of place.
Yeah.
And now we're just gonna like hug and we're all gonna die.
I think it's good. I think it's good restraint in the storytelling to not force a relationship on Cassian and Jyn.
Do you hear that? Last 3 movies? No? Okay.
Always. Not everyone needs to end up paired together. And sometimes friendships can be guy girl.
Also, I feel like Jyn just kind of wants to be on her own. She doesn't really seem like the type of human that really, she's just cool doing her own thing. She didn't really seem to have any interest in anybody. So
much of anything.
Right, exactly.
She didn't even seem very interested in the rescue at first either.
She's not a very passionate character.
No, there is
Lone wolf.
Yeah. Button down.
Emote.
Button down.
Which I like. I actually do. I like that. But she's an interesting character.
She waits for her moments. She picks her moments because
she does.
She dramatically falls to the ground after watching Hollow Dad.
She does the whole speech for the rebels,
right?
Which, I'm sure it's all covered in the other like the show canons, but seeing kind of like the beginning of the rebellion and having I'm like, oh, they're starting to get organized. This is an interesting time too. Like I
like her, JJ. Calm down. I think she's wonderful.
I don't, JJ.
But I think all that is to say that it's just a really good Star Wars movie. I really like this movie.
I will say you brought up her speech, Rob, and JJ. I'm sorry. I personally wasn't super moved by her speech.
Oh no!
We lost Rob.
We lost Rob.
Oh no!
Rob, realign your dish. You just got to go like this.
Yeah, go down the catwalk, Rob. And
we need to get Rob a whiteboard for when these moments happen.
Okay.
Karma.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hi, Rob.
He's back, baby.
This thing did work. I was worried that it was going to be completely dead, but I just disconnected and I turned it back on and said 100%. So now I'm all good again. That worked. I was really nervous that I was done.
See that, Laura? Absolutely.
What's that? What I missed? But I think that's all we have for
Pictionary.
Rogue One, right?
That's kind of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Then you get a little Leia, and the movie ends.
You get
Leia, who is sitting in Radiss's trunk the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging out.
You know it. I like some.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember that part like when we saw that in theaters. That's the part that of course, everyone just freaked out. Was that last scene where you get the
collective
what?
It was like that. Yeah, it was almost like that entire the last 5 minutes or so. Because you go from Vader and then you get that right afterwards. It's like, cool ending.
Mm-hmm.
But great movie. I like that Mike put in some of the figures that we currently have. Are these all ones that are up?
That's what I'm wondering.
None of these are waitlisted, right?
No, these are all available. We got Cassian.
We still have the K2SO.
This is the new one for pre-order. The K2's for pre-order.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I was waiting.
Yeah, me too. Well, yeah, more so
like,
now.
I'm like, oh man, do we still have a K2SO? I might need
Yep.
one now.
Pre-order.
Yeah,
Right.
he's brand new, right? Like brand new.
Yep.
Yeah, he seems definitely worth it. I have this fella, the Shore Trooper Squad
Dude,
leader.
They look so
Love the
slick in the
colors.
movie. I
Mhm.
love the griminess compared to the
Yeah.
like stark white of the
Yeah.
troopers. Like they have them running side by side, and I'm like, I love the look.
And
like
they get to
of
hang
the
out on the
Stormtrooper.
beach by all that pretty blue water.
Yeah.
I like the idea that the sun has tanned the armor. Like, is that why it's-
Oh, that
Oh, like
actually
when you
makes
leave your
sense.
old stormtroopers in the sun and they turn
When you-
yellow because
Yeah,
of the
Leave
cheap
your toys out.
thinner plastic.
yellow.
Yeah,
yellow.
another thing, those are supposed to be white. It's just cheap government armor
Yep.
turned yellow
Yep.
over time.
Fade
I
yellow.
love it, Rob. I love it.
Yep. That
That's
makes
why.
sense. That's a good
JJ,
logic.
Alan said the same thing.
About
It was
the-
horrible CGI of Carrie
The
Fisher.
CG, yes. I think
Listen,
yeah,
they
and
tried.
and I think it was the sentiment, and I think that like people loved the idea so much that
Yeah.
in that moment they didn't. When you go back and look at it, you're like, "Ooh, yeah, that wasn't great," but in the moment they just
Yeah.
love
We're talking about
that
that, but like,
idea.
how about Tarkin then?
He
Oh,
looks like
oh,
a
I
video
know.
game character.
That's what I
Flat
said.
out.
Yeah.
Poor
Yeah.
Tarkin. You know, if they were going to CG him, they did him dirty. They could have at least like covered his bald spot. They didn't have to CG him a bald
I'm
spot.
still editing for him.
But see,
Yeah.
I thought he looked better than Fisher. Like I thought his actually looked, and maybe because it was
He helped that Cushing had
darker.
such a unique face that it was more
Yeah.
believable.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude
I
was
think
kind-
with
dude was kind of
Carrie,
weird
it was
looking
the-
in
it was
real
the
life.
Oh, yeah.
teeth for
Yeah.
Carrie that really
Oh.
got me. The teeth just weren't okay.
I can hear that. I hear that.
It's like an AI issue too. Like teeth, fingers, just no.
I do like.
Yes.
Did we see Chopper?
Chopper has a brief thing on a landing thing.
Does
yeah.
it? Wait.
I
You see
didn't know
Chopper. You
Is
get a
he
Harris
there?
and Dula over the intercom,
Ah.
and you see Chopper in the background beeping by.
And the ghost.
Oh.
Okay, I was gonna say because in the final fleet there, you get the you hear a call for Captain Antilles at one point, and I was like, it's Wedge. So I guess Chopper was in there. I did not. I missed
Yeah,
that call up. I missed that
And
one.
yes, Steve, I think that contributed a lot to it because he said Tarkin was in the dark most of the time, but Leia had the light like
Yeah.
right on her. And I think the darkness for me made it seem while it did still look video game-esque, it was still more believable than
Yeah.
the Leia shot. But I think that's exactly why the darkness did him a
Chopper
favor.
just playing another crime. And then, of course, we have the guys that we mentioned making a brief appearance from our
Stars
own
of the movie.
Scum and
They stole
Villainy
it,
line. Ponda Baba, and the good doctor, Dr. Cornelius.
Yeah.
I really want to know what his doctorate's in.
Right.
Because it can't be something useful. Otherwise, he wouldn't be roaming around doing crimes all the time.
Doing crimes.
Out there doing doctor crimes, I
It's
guess.
certainly not plastic surgery. Do you think you
Yeah.
can fix that face?
Probably insurance fraud. His medical license is suspended in a lot of areas.
Yeah. that
But
makes
those are some of the
sense.
figures that we have now.
Yeah, I know, Rob.
I really do want a K2SO.
I know. I do.
Get it during your spending weekend, Rob.
Yeah.
I know, Rob. Are we gonna both come out of this weekend with? I've been
Less
ordering
money?
so much.
Less money, that's for sure.
I mean, it's a pre-order. You got plenty of time to pay it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was actually, I was getting interested in Cassian from watching the second season of Andor. So it's like
I love the look of this
man.
figure. This is like such like the cut and sew, all the little
Yeah.
accessories. Such a nice looking figure.
His outfit.
Yeah.
It's business.
I want to dress like this. Like
Star
this is
Wars
like
tribbles
my
this
perfect
weekend.
attire.
But that does it for that. We're already at the hour mark. I did make a crowd purr. We don't have to play it.
Well, I'm fine with whatever,
Yeah.
Rob.
We're already hit the hour. I don't know. It won't make
Okay.
sense. I guess it won't make sense if I.
Our shows never go over an hour, Rob. Just pull it down.
Fine. All right, because this won't make sense to do it any other time.
Okay, then I guess
you
we
mean like
have
doing
to.
pie trivia when it's not Pie Day? Doing pie trivia 3 minutes after pie.
Go to sideshow.live, enter code ROGUE. It's Rogue1.
Like you're the peeps.
Peeps? Yeah, they're peeping.
Peeps. I love
Peeps
them.
are peeping.
I love
Oh
them
yeah,
so
they're really a peeping.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
they're
they were quiet like the whole time, and then
It's because they were asleep. They've now.
nap time's over, little peeps.
Yep.
I've got this cute little thing. It doesn't make sound, but here it
Weekend,
is.
I'm hungry. Ooh, that is cute.
Oh, the horsey apocalypse horses. Yeah.
Yeah, little Cthulhu pony. Little Cthulhu.
I love it.
Cthulhu
Cute.
pony.
What is this?
What's what?
Sideshow.
Oh, PO'd bib, so I'm set for this week of spending. I wish I had that restraint. All right. There's enough people in here for me to start this thing up. I'm not gonna waste much time here. I said that after I spent time making this dumb thing. All right, let's go. This is gonna be really stupid. Hope you enjoy some
Love
Rogue
it.
One trivia. We'll start the countdown. Good luck, everybody.
I love
And I
that.
apologize. I apologize in advance.
Well, now I'm excited.
In D&D 5th edition, how many 6-sided dice does a level 1 rogue add for sneak attack damage? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I see what you did there, sir.
The level 1 rogue.
Got it. Yep. Nailed
Rogue
it.
One. It's Rogue One.
I loved every gift that you picked for this, by the way.
Fight on.
Murder hobos.
Murder hobos.
Murder hobos.
Oh boy, do I got a real group of murder hobos and that I'm running right now. They don't care about anything. They care about nothing. Let's see what most people said. 40% of you said that rogues get 3d6 damage for sneak attack at level 1. The correct answer is 1. You only get 1.
Ooh.
Really starts to pick up after level 3, and then they're just a real problem. But a d6 for damage.
And here I thought this was Rogue One trivia. Not if Rob's making it.
No.
It is.
Honestly, I'm surprised it isn't Moulin Rouge trivia.
It is in what?
Moulin Rouge. Rouge one.
Do you want number 2, Misty?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's number 2 for you.
A base Nissan Rogue has an MSRP of $31,675, $29,850, $21,590, or $26,980. What is it in?
Wait, is that a
Rogue?
bird of some
Bird.
sort? Is it a
It's a bird.
chicken?
Okay.
It's like a mascot bird. Okay.
Cardinal?
Yeah.
It's red.
Little Price is Right for everybody here.
I love it.
Yeah.
$1.
$1.
Can I swap 2 numbers? Is that how that game works?
Looks like a turkey.
Oh, JJ almost bought the Nissan Rogue One edition. Yes, they did do a Rogue One
We
edition.
did. I
of Nissan
remember
Rogue.
that.
Who would buy a car just because it ties into a movie they like? That's ridiculous. Who makes a decision that big based?
On movie fandom.
To be fair, I needed a car. My lease was up.
That's amazing.
Let's see what everyone says. Wow. Split there.
I feel so attacked.
29.85 or 28.59. The correct answer is $28,590 is the MSRP listed on the Nissan site for the Nissan Rogue base model right now.
Oh, right now? I thought this was back then.
No,
Oh.
I had to do the research.
Oh.
This is what the current base Nissan Rogue MSRP is.
I didn't know you could still get a car for under 30 grand.
It's the base model.
Yeah,
It's got nothing.
Crank windows,
Yeah.
radio.
No offense if anyone out there has a base Rogue. I'm not saying that your car doesn't have anything. I'm just saying there's not a lot of options in the base Rogue.
Makes sense.
Mike, do you want the second or the third one?
Sure. I don't know. Do I? Let's see what it is.
Yeah, there's nothing hard.
They're
to
all very readable.
Yeah.
And I think
Okay.
you get the best GIF. You get the best GIF.
Okay,
Oh,
what do we
let's
got?
see what you got?
What year was the Dungeon Crawling video game Rogue originally released? I can't stop looking at the GIF. 1980, 1983, 1984, or 1986.
I love the little flick, the little finger lick. Look at it.
That would be very
It's
distracting
so
while you're trying to
cute.
play. Your controller just starts licking your thumbs.
Yeah, I found out there was a game called Rogue.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
I don't.
Dungeon crawling video game. Was it in arcades or was it like an Atari game?
I don't want to give too much away.
Oh.
Looks like 37% said 1983. The correct
Dude,
answer.
the licking helps your thumbstick.
Oh, well, I wasn't alive yet, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, 1980. This is an early PC dungeon crawler. You know, I was trying to find an image of it, but it's so old. There's like very little information about it other than it was released in 1980.
Nice.
And a little pup gets his nose rubbed. Jesse, you ready for question 4?
Yes. Question
right.
4. What do we got?
Yeah.
Which of the following actors is in the 2007 movie Rogue? Tom Hardy, Sam Worthington, Garrett Butler, or Jason Statham?
This gift makes sense if you know that the movie Rogue is about a man-eating crocodile.
I did not know that. So
I didn't realize that after I'd said that. I'm like,
man.
I bet no one knows what this movie is.
a man-eating crocodile. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Feels like it could
that
be a
one where
Jason
it's like
Statham movie.
floods and they're in their house and it's in their basement or something. Is that the movie?
The island is being flooded.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, is that Gerard Butler?
If you remember that.
I vaguely know it. I vaguely know what this movie is, but I can't.
Crystal
remember
said
who's
that's
in
a
it.
good movie. Are you being serious? Like, is it actually a good movie? Because I'll watch it. I'm intrigued now. So
I have the synopsis as a fun fact, but I think just
Okay.
having the synopsis right now, I think you'll see why I chose all 4 of those actors. An
Okay.
American journalist on assignment in the Australian outback encounters a man-eating crocodile while trapped on a rapidly flooding mud island. Any 4 of those dudes would be in this.
Oh
in
yeah,
that
I
movie.
can picture
Yeah.
all of them beating up like the crocodile, like just like punching it in the
Mhm.
face.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So let's see. Ooh,
Sam
38% Sam Worthington. That's correct.
Wow.
Good job,
All
guys. Good job.
Very nice.
I don't think that's the movie I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of it's like a father and daughter in a house, and there's a crocodile in the house.
Oh, were you thinking of Crawl?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe Crawl.
Crawl's the one that's like a hurricane's coming through and they're trapped. And
Yeah,
the water's rising.
that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that also
pretty
sounds intriguing.
that's not bad. It's not bad for what it is.
Okay, who's in that? Now you've got me intrigued by Crawl.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone named in Crawl.
Huh. So
Let me
many
go on
alligator
credit,
movies.
please.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Maybe-
don't put my name on this.
Maybe that's how I'll spend my my long weekend watching killer alligator
Oh
movies.
yeah, I've
Sounds
never
fun.
heard of Barry Pepper.
Yeah. I'm like,
Barry
let me see who's
Pepper.
got top billing here. Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper is the most generic military guy you'll ever see. He's played a lot of military roles.
Yeah. Barry Pepper's
okay.
been around doing a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. He's been in a ton of things.
He'll be like second in command soldier is usually his role.
Yeah. He's got a very like cop soldier face to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this guy. Yeah, Barry Pepper. That's the biggest name in there is Barry Pepper in
Well,
Crawl.
now let me hold on. Now I need to look him up.
I mean, Barry Pepper was in Saving Private Ryan, and
You'll recognize him when you see him.
Yeah, you'll
I know.
recognize
I
him.
know exactly who that is.
He's like
Yep.
that guy. It's like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
I
he's been in a
never
bunch
knew
of
his
stuff.
name.
Name something that he's in, and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know, but you'll know him when you see him.
I've definitely seen him. I don't know in which
Yeah.
movies, but he's.
I didn't
definitely-
know his name, but I'm
definitely
very
in
I
familiar
love
with his
actors
face.
like that. They're like, I know you from that thing.
It's like, oh, that guy from that thing.
I don't know
yeah.
your name, but you pop up and
But he has a great name like Barry Pepper, and no one knows it. That's so sad.
If only he had a doctorate.
Yep.
Dr.
I
Pepper.
went there.
Actor. Gonna be
Dr. Barry
traveling the
Pepper.
galaxy committing crimes. Oh yeah, Battlefield Earth. That's right, Crystal. He's using Battlefield Earth.
He's been
I
in
think
a
I
lot. Like,
definitely, I think I would definitely go uncredited for that one. Do not put that on my resume.
God, that movie is so terrible. That movie is awful.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
No, I've watched that whole thing. Man, it's so bad.
I watched it too.
So bad. I've watched that multiple times actually. It doesn't get better. All right, fifth and final question. Here we go. In what comic does Marvel character Rogue make her first appearance? X-Men 151, Uncanny X-Men 87, Avengers Annual 10, or X-Force 15?
This is always one of my go-to gifts if I have to do like Rogue or Gambit.
What car is she driving? Is that the Homer with that bubble dome? What is that?
Get out of my car.
It's always a bit dicey when you go for a Rogue gift. Like, make sure you get one that's family friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You couldn't get the butt gift?
There's a lot of the butt gifts. There's a lot of those. All right, let's see what everyone said. 32% said Uncanny X-Men 87. The correct answer is Avengers Annual number 10, which was originally introduced in that as a villain as well.
Yep.
That's it. That's the trivia.
That was a great Rogue One trivia, Rob.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it.
Thank you. Rye Guy jumps up in the first. Steve in second. Brendan.
Look at Brendan up there.
Rules apply. You've won nothing. Thank you for trying, though. Thank you. Little trivia.
What?
Oh, you're back, Rob.
Is it me?
Or Droid Rob.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I didn't know if it was Rob or me.
I didn't know if it was Rob or
me.
me either, which is why I was quiet. But Missy made a noise, so I was like, "Oh, it's not me."
All right. I'm sorry. I was clicking on things, so it slowed me all down. All right, there we go. Close it all out. Shut it all down. That is done, and so are we. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'll remind you, Collector Day May coming next week. You got a long weekend. Get your toys. Get some pictures. Vacation mode. Daily life. Fright Day. It's not easy being green. Action. And outside will be the prompts. Get those pictures done over the weekend. Then you just you'll find out how to submit them either today or tomorrow. We'll have the posts up detailing all of that information for you. Save 30% off this entire weekend using code MAYSALE. We don't have any daily deals running during this because everything's on here. Boy, it's a list. It's a whole list of many, many things. Click on the code, see all of the applicable products, and save yourself some money. Do some shopping this weekend. Might as well.
Yeah. We will be.
I will be. Yeah, gonna be doing the shopping. Then also, well, before you do that shopping, register for the Sideshow Summer Blockbuster. Side.show/blockbuster to get yourself $5 in Sideshow rewards. You can turn that into 10 if you register for Sideshow Con. Side.show/con, coming to you July 14th through the 18th. Don't let the calendar fool you. Sign up for SMS alerts, side.show/SMS, notifications, exclusive discounts, and subscriber-only giveaways. See, it's stuck in there now. I'm going to be saying that for the rest of my life. This week's giveaway is the Fractal Iron Man. The SMS should be going out soon if you haven't received it already.
Best believe he's still bejeweled.
Play some Phony Phantoms over your extended weekend as well. Side.show/games. Complete weekly challenges to get rewards. This week you are scoring 400 points and killing the Screaming Bat, the Pumpkin, the Horny Eye, and not the Life Cloud. I mean, you can, you just don't have to.
Life Cloud.
That is all we have. That's it. I have nothing else to say or do today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you, Rob.
Oh, we never talked about how Jin's mother was dressed like a Jedi.
And had a kyber crystal.
And had a kyber crystal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Yeah. But
and actually just like walked out and like, you're not taking my daughter.
Yeah. That was a bad decision there. I always try to even pay attention to her clothes when they do the flashback because I'm like, what is she wearing?
Oh, at their dinner party with Krennic?
Yeah, the Krennic dinner party. I'm like, what has she got on? Those kind of look like
you just reminded me of Harry Potter when the Weasley mom is like, "Not to my daughter, you bitch." That's what you just reminded me of with that. Not my daughter.
They had all that time to plan as he slowly walked up from parking 5 miles away.
Right.
You know?
Perfect.
Oh, I love it.
And that's what she did. She just slowly walked up from the side and
She's back from the dead. Great line. Great line. She's back from the dead. Oh, look. All right, that's all we've got.
End point. It's a good strong end point. Yep.
Thank you for that, Mike. All right, thank you, Missy. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, everybody out there watching us. We'll see y'all next week.
JJ.
I don't know.
All right.
Until next time.
Great weekend, everyone.
Enjoy your long weekend.
we actually liked it.
We
We
did
liked
like
that
it,
movie.
JJ.
We did
I
like
love
it.
that. I love this.
We liked it.
I loved it. It's a
I
great
believe it's
movie.
Rob's favorite Star Wars movie.
It is.
Oh.
We did. We liked it.
We did. But anyway,
We-
have a
We
great
kid
weekend,
because we
everybody.
love.
Have a great weekend. Forza Ferrari.